online or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I clicked on that, and then all of a sudden I started getting all these fucking alerts from through Chrome, through the web browser, saying I had a virus and that my account was going to get shut down if I didn't do whatever. And
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I was
fucked
like,
up.
what the fuck, dude? Like saying I had a virus and that my account was going to get shut down. I'm like, God damn it. Like one click on a website? I should
Yeah,
have fucking, like, I didn't click on an attachment or anything.
that's
Or even a link. I don't
pretty
think.
fucking nutty. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I should probably still try to clear that up because all I did was just stop Chrome from being allowed to send notifications.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of times it's
Because
like,
it
what
was
do you do? It's hard baked into like a system or something, and there's no way you can turn it off. You know what I mean? Like you can't like make it undo it. So it's something like the best you can do is just be like, well, I guess don't tell me about it. Because you don't have any other fucking option. Well, I
yeah, and
mean,
it was odd because I didn't notice it at first, so I was hitting like dismiss, and I think that was fucking it up more because it was just these bullshit alerts through whatever shitty spam or malware site or whatever. So that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna turn it off. Like I reset my Google password and everything, dude. I'm like, all right, something's fucked up here.
yeah, I don't blame you.
Um, yeah, but what's weird, what's funny is it was kind of like how knockoff products would make the name almost identical to a real product, but like one letter would be different. Like it would be like instead of Panasonic, it would be like Panaeosonic. Like they throw an O in the middle, and you don't really notice it. So
Oh
the name
no.
of it instead of CAPTCHA, CAPTCHA the I'm not a robot shit, the
Yeah.
CAPTCHA whatever the fuck that is. Okay, so the name of it was re dash captha. So like instead of a C, it was like a T T A P C A P like Peter, T like Thomas, AJ. So it was almost
Weird.
like the right thing, like one letter off. I'm like, all right, every single one is popping up with this bullshit. Like, this is obviously fucking some weird scam bullshit.
Some sort of scam or virus or some kind, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I
So
was,
I don't know what it's doing behind the scenes, but
yeah.
I'm at least not getting the alerts anymore or the notifications.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But yeah, when I was first trying to learn how to do face swapping stuff, never did figure it out, or maybe my computer's just never been good enough to do it. Maybe I need a better computer, perhaps. But when I was first
Yeah.
learning to do
Oh,
that,
you
there
mean the
was a few
deep
times when
fake
I
stuff?
downloaded a program that I thought was a face swapping program, and it was really just fucking a scam of some kind,
Yeah,
and I had to
malware.
like really go like to a lot of extremes to get rid of it. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, because
malware and
it'll
stuff.
install shit all over your. Yeah, it's not like it's like, oh, we'll just have one file where we can do this. We're gonna have like
Oh yeah,
20 of
no.
them, or
You gotta go online
a
and you gotta
bunch of
look
them.
and find it, and then you gotta like fucking figure out where all the different files got and to delete and disable all that shit. I mean, AVG catches like 99% of it, so you're usually all right, but it's like very obnoxious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely some bullshit.
So you
So
gotta
yeah, I
be
meant to do that.
gotta be wary of that
But,
shit. Oh, did you
damn
see?
it.
They want to label the MAGA people as extremists now. The FBI is
Yeah,
trying to label
oh,
them, yeah, as
yeah, it's like
extremists.
fucking terrorists or something.
Yep.
Yeah, Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
it's not at
Christ.
all weaponizing the government against Republicans. Nope, that's not what's
Yeah,
going on.
pretty. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, man. Jesus. Oh, it's been going on for a while. I think Obama
Oh
started
yeah,
it with
yeah. Well, and to be fair, there has
sending
been
the
some of it
IRS
going the other
after
way.
people.
Not as much as there should be.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, no, they're definitely the leaders. The Democrats seem to be the leaders
Well, I'm
of
not. I'm
that
not.
kind of bullshit now.
I don't want to support either side, but let's be real. The Democrats break a lot more laws.
Yeah, yeah. It used to be there was the Republicans for decades. It seemed
Yeah,
like
but now it's
and the
totally
Democrats.
flopped. It's just
Yeah,
not. Yeah, it's not the same thing anymore. It's like absolutely the people that really should be going to prison in a lot of fucking cases are the Democrats right now. Especially
yeah.
the mysteriously amazing what do you call it uh fucking investment bankers that are all the senators turned out to be. You know, all the senators and Congress people turned out to be just like the best
Oh, the inside
fucking
information shit.
investment people. Yeah, like those people should all be in prison for that shit. That stuff's fucking crazy,
Yeah, how that's not illegal is really
right?
fucking misconstrued. Oh, that's how they all get super wealthy after fucking, on a congressman's salary, which is
Yeah,
decent, but they're all suddenly worth tens of millions of dollars. You're like, wow, that's fucking amazing.
yeah. It should be definitely looked into a lot more. I don't think
Yeah,
Congress people should be allowed to fucking invest in
yeah, invest it
companies.
all.
I don't think that should be something
Yeah,
they're allowed to do. I mean, it seems like one of those things that seems sort of like intuitive.
yeah, yeah. Like it's so obviously being taken advantage of
And it's such a
that it
huge
should
issue,
be outlawed.
and it should have always been looked at as a potential issue. Because if you think about it, like it's
Yeah.
like what else was going to
Mhm.
happen if you did this? You know what I mean? Like this was
Yeah,
always going
like
to
of
be a
course this is
problem.
what happened. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, or they should have to fucking disclose like every single financial fucking, any investment they make should have to be publicly disclosed or something.
Oh, like the old stickers on their fucking jacket, like NASCAR things.
Yeah. Yeah, or just a website that says, "Oh, they invested in this. Oh, look, it went up like almost immediately afterward." Isn't that fucking crazy? Man, they are really good at
It went up
this.
immediately afterward because they made a law that affected it immediately afterward. Is usually the
Yeah.
part that gets left out.
Yeah.
It's like the oh
They're like, "Oh,
yeah,
yeah. As soon as this happens, this is going to be really valuable. So let's invest ahead of time." Nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
magic money. Nobody loses money. It's just magic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
just
it's
get so
it's
sick of
pretty
that.
fucking sickening. Yeah, yeah,
But it is what it is. I suppose nothing we can do about it ourselves, sadly.
mm. Yeah. We can bitch about it, and yeah, nothing will
Yeah,
happen.
nothing else. Like, well, we could be really mad. Oh, that's just
Yeah,
making my
yeah,
blood pressure go higher. Damn it, this is working out.
yeah. If only we had a following. If only we tried to actually get people to watch the show.
I gotta write that movie.
Uh,
I think we could make a film.
yeah, let's do it. Yeah, the next time I'm in town, you know.
We got well, Samaj can animate, right? Like so.
Yeah, that's true. We could just do an animated thing, and yeah, just do voice work.
That's what I'm saying. We could make a movie.
Yeah,
I mean, look at what's come out. Like, it's not like it'd be much to compete with.
this is true.
So we,
All we have to say is, hey, there was no race swapping done and race or gender swapping done in the making of this film.
ooh, that might
Bam,
be a little
Philly.
too mean. I don't know if anybody. I don't. People are gonna have a real problem competing with that. That's gonna be
Yeah,
really rough for them.
yeah. There will be some protests and a bunch of people watching it that don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That are just happy that there's something where no race swapping was done.
Well,
Oh
I
fuck.
here's the thing, man. I mean, does it matter what race any of the characters are? Like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Yeah, in general it doesn't. Yeah. Oh fuck. I finished the Far Cry Primal. It was a pretty short game.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't quite the same as Yeah. Well, there's secondary, a shitload of secondary missions that I never did. But beyond that, I beat the main bad guy. This is what's fucked up. Sorry, I just kind of switched on this, but I want to get it out because it's bugging me. So there's like additional weapons you can get, right? And the way it looked was like you'd have to do these missions for certain people. Like you'd fucking kill all the bad guys, and then the one main guy lives, and then he's going to help you now since his fucking whole family's dead or whatever. But anyways, I thought there were like missions you had to do, and then you would get the weapons like when you're done doing the missions. And there's a screen where you're doing like all the upgrade shit. Like you need different animal hides. Like a lot of the later stuff, it's like you have to have these rare animals. Like there'll be regular leopards, and there's a black leopard, and you get that rare skin or whatever. But anyways, so there's a bunch of fucking shit you have to gather up. With different plants, different animal hides, all that kind of shit, right? I assume you know how that shit works. So anyways, I would go into the crafting screen or whatever, and would be like, no, you don't have this weapon yet. And I'll be like, fuck, I guess there's more missions to do. And I got all the way through the game, beat the bad guy, which took a fucking, like, Jesus Christ, the fight took like 45 minutes because you're in this pretty large room, and you're having to fight the bad guy who's a super fucking tank. Not surprisingly, he's the main fucking bad guy of the whole game.
Yeah, you don't want the big bad guy to be a pussy. That's boring as shit.
Yeah, like you want it to take a little bit. But because I never got, like, I only had the basic bow, the basic club, the basic spear, none of the additional weapons like the sling or the fucking fire bombs or, there's 2 upgraded bows, like, obviously more powerful, and then another one that's beyond that fires 2 arrows and is more powerful. But anyways, so basically what it was, I didn't want to waste any of my resources until I actually had the weapons, right? So I would save all that shit, all the fucking different plants and animal hides or whatever, stone, clay, all that shit. So I'd be waiting, and then like I fucking finished the game, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Where are all the fucking weapons? And so basically, it turns out that like when I went to that screen, it says you do not have this weapon yet. I had assumed, because it's it's in red, which tends to indicate you got to do something, to me anyway. So I would, again, not bother upgrading that shit because I want to save it for something else that I actually get or have. It turns out, it turns out that doing that upgrade is what gave you would give me the weapon. So I could have had all that shit the whole time, just by upgrading that with the resources then.
Oh no!
And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Because again, that last one, I'm having to use a bow for the most part because the dude's a super tank and he's fucks you up. Plus, his whole horde, the whole fucking gigantic village, he's constantly able to call more dudes in.
Well, one good thing is definitely going to be an issue really quickly. Yeah, that's not the kind of thing that doesn't.
Yeah, but again, just fucking running around like a madman or whatever. There is a point at which there's no more villagers for him to call, which is nice. But even when it was just him left, I'm hitting him with my shitty bow constantly because it's the only, you hit him with fire for whatever reason. Everybody, it's the primal age, so everybody's afraid of fire. So you're constantly hitting him with fire arrows and shit. But yeah, it would have taken me like less than half the time if I had the fucking upgraded bows that I could have totally had the whole fucking time.
Yep.
So anyways, I just wanted to vent about that, and I appreciate you.
Very basic game mechanic moment where you're like, son of a bitch. I've been doing this the hard fucking way the entire goddamn time. Alright, thanks game.
I guess it's more of an accomplishment, but
yeah, to be fair, you did. It is an accomplishment. That is a fair point. You did accomplish. Like, it's hard work getting through that with all the basic shit.
Fun game though. It's still a fun game. But yeah, I feel like if it had said upgrade this, and you'll have the weapon, or whatever, however you phrase that. But yeah, the way it's like, oh, you don't have this weapon yet. It doesn't bother to say. So use all the resources now, and then you'll have it. Like, instead of me assuming, oh, I guess there's another mission I have to do somewhere that's going to pop up, and then I'll get the stuff. But no, I could have had it for the fucking, yeah, all kinds of shit, like the mammoths, dude. The mammoths are fucking impossible, dude. With the basic weapons, like, unless you were able to stand on a rock or something and shoot them with arrows or stab them with a spear at a spot where they can't hit you. Yeah, with the regular weapons, you have fucking zero chance, dude.
So you really had to work at that.
Oh yeah, dude. I had to be constantly running, dude. Just I couldn't even fight them. Again, unless I could find a spot where I could perch up and they could not get to me. And that's not every area has that luxury. Yeah. Not every area has a spot where,
maybe not as funny to you, per se, but it's funny to me.
Yeah, it's funny now.
Yeah, oh yeah, true. Yeah,
like, fuck, come on. Because, it would take like fucking 12 hits with a fucking spear or a bow or whatever. And then, with the super bow, the one that's super powerful, and you can shoot 2 arrows at once. It's like 3 hits, 3 shots, bam, fucking mammoth's done. But to try to hit them 12 times while they're fucking constantly charging you and fucking you up. Yeah, a little tougher. Now I go around slaughtering them. Yeah. Now I go out of my way to slaughter those fucking assholes.
Oh, just because it's like, oh, how do you fucking like it, motherfucker, kind of moment. Yeah, like, all right, I had to deal with these motherfucking things. Sort of like a Samuel Jackson moment.
No, fuck you.
I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Damn. I've had it with these motherfucking mammoths on this motherfucking prehistoric plane. Although it would be PLAIN in this case. So it still works.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Honey laundering.
I appreciated the honey laundering joke. I was not at all disappointed with that.
I'm so proud of myself, dude. I
thought that was very applicable too. I don't think that was like a bad like thing or anything. I was like, no, that works.
Yeah, well, not as good as the original. When I first coined the phrase, it was much more applicable.
Mickey, she's making honey money.
Hiding the origin of their antibiotic laden honey that's illegal to sell.
Yeah, really.
That was much more applicable, I think, but still, it kind of worked. Oh, the race swapping thing. Did you hear about the whole Robin Hood show?
No. Is there a Robin Hood where Robin Hood is black now?
Please not just black.
Yes.
Not just black.
And
what else? No, close, but no.
Trans.
No, just a woman.
Oh, it's a black woman as Robin Hood. That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
apparently
sorry.
The show
I get that that these people are like, we need more representation because they're fucking racist. But Jesus, it's a whole
it's the greatest thing is.
Like, if you can't identify with somebody because they're not black, then you're just as racist as somebody that can't identify with somebody because they're not white.
Yeah. Like, hey, get this. So, all right. So there are a couple characters from the original Robin Hood. People are obnoxious. They're rolling by on their fucking dirt bikes, and one of them's like got neutral and revving the engine as he goes by. Fucking assholes.
I hate that shit.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So get this on the Robin Hood one. All the characters are race and or gender swapped, but at least race swapped. Guess which characters are not race swapped?
The evil Prince John.
Yes, dude. The enemies, the bad guys.
All the bad guys are still
white.
Yep.
Yeah, they are not race swapped.
What a surprise!
Hey, Samaj.
What's going on?
Actually, I think it was a Canadian. I think it was a Canadian show. Now that I think about it,
probably
Robin Hood.
God damn it, Samaj! What did you do?
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and the director is like, oh, y'all are just racist or whatever, and they're like, yeah, that's what it is.
It's here. It's a
Yeah, it's not the
2022
fact that
movie.
you, yeah, took a fucking again
A
centuries old
European
fucking story.
character from fucking time when there was nobody there but white people.
Mm, yeah, well, no, they're actually it's a modern retelling kind of thing where it's actually like in a city and like a modern city. Um,
Oh, that
I guess
sounds
she's
even more
robbing
annoying.
the rich evil white people and giving to the poor black people or something. I don't know the entire thing, but apparently it's awful. Like even with the great story that already was, they managed to fuck it up and make it shit.
So fucking weird. Alright. Good for them.
I know. I saw one scene they were showing where, like, she's supposed to be running from the cops, and like the running is obviously not as fast as she can run. It's weird. It's like,
Oh,
why are
it's
you
like
not
where the
like
little
looking
kid
like you're
outruns all the
sprinting?
people in the Star Wars movie, where it's like it's just weird off-speed running that just
Well,
doesn't make
no,
any
in
sense
that,
visually.
well, no, well, in that it at least looks like the kid's running as fast as he can.
Well,
The
I'm
way
saying it's
she's
like
running,
it's, but I'm
it's
not
just
saying it's
like,
like that. I'm saying it's like they're just running off speed. Like it doesn't visually, it makes no sense when
yeah,
you look at it.
yeah. Yeah. No, it's very obviously she is not running like she's actually running from the cops and not running anywhere near full speed. I'm like, dude, you can't pretend to run for 3 seconds? Like, what the? Yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with the Disparu guy, Disparu. I just came across his channel recently because he does a lot of the Wheel of Time reviews.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyways, yeah, he's good. Yeah, here I'll post one of his videos, but yeah, he just did a review of that one. He's really fucking. He's a British dude. He's super sarcastic. Just he does really long videos, which I normally don't like, but he's one of those people that can do that and still manage to be like entertaining. You know what I mean? The whole way through,
Yeah, the videos are
which
structured in
is
a
not
way
a
where it
not a.
engages you for like the whole 45 minutes to an hour or whatever.
Yeah. All right, so there's the one. Oh yeah, here's the title: Robin Hood Review: The Worst Show but Best Comedy. So obviously, unintentionally hilarious is the idea.
Hey, you know,
There you go.
you gotta you sometimes you gotta laugh or cry.
There's the
Yeah,
way of
laughing's
things,
usually the healthiest, I guess. There you go. But yeah, the dude's like, it's funny because he's like, bunch of you guys are doing this from outside the country, you know, your VPNs or whatever. So these reviews are all fake. But then, like 2 or 3 days earlier, he had told people, "Hey, use VPNs to be able to watch the show because if you're not going to be able to see it." Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Canada. I think that's the reason why. So yeah, he's a dumbass, obviously, and he made a
Yeah.
really shitty show. But it's racist. It's racism is why he's getting 1.2. Because again, you can't do 0. So 1.0 is literally the lowest you can do on like IMDb or wherever this was,
Oh, so it's getting. Oh, that
and it
makes sense.
shows at a 1.2. Yeah. But also, he's not, not calling. He's declaring shenanigans on all the low scores. But the people who obviously just rated it 10 to support him or whatever, those are real reviews. Those are really how they felt about the show. Those could not possibly be fake. So it's a bunch of that
Yeah,
standard shit nowadays.
sounds kind of annoying, honestly. But whatever. I mean, you know, that's just the fucking.
Yeah.
That's. I don't watch a lot of new stuff anymore unless it's the smaller sort of like lesser known films.
Yeah.
It's
You
like,
just can't-
and then
can't
even
trust
then,
them,
some of it's more encroaching into there. Like there was a Nicolas Cage movie called Retirement Plan, where like
Mhm.
he had to protect his granddaughter, but the granddaughter had to be a black girl. Like it couldn't be.
Oh yeah, of course.
It was just dumb.
Oh, at least it's something original. Yeah, I feel like there should be like a law passed that like or a moratorium but legally enforceable. That like for a minimum of 5 years, no remakes.
You know what? If it's just against
remakes
being
of
remaking
anything.
other shit that's already been made, I'm down. Like, I mean, holy shit,
Yeah,
we can
'cause
do
again,
without some of this fake like stuff being done over and over again.
Yeah, plus again, everybody's tired of the race and the gender swapping. Nobody wants to see it.
I don't even
It's
honestly.
obvious.
I could tolerate it if it was original stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, then it's
if
not.
you want to
Yeah,
make an
yeah,
original
exactly.
story that's set in medieval like England, and it's there's a whole new story. You're telling it. No one else has ever told this story. It's not based off of anything else that somebody else did. And you want to make it all sorts of
Yeah,
weird, wacky, fucking races and genders and sexualities and shit. Fucking go for it.
I think the problem
yeah.
with
Well,
that,
that's the issue. They don't have that creativity.
well,
All they
Yeah.
it's
can
not
do is
so
take
much.
something and distort it.
It's not so much that they don't have the creativity. It's just that these are the only things that people want to see. Big budget action films and fantasy and spectacle and all the other kind of stuff. Those are very expensive, and a lot of studios are very scared because a lot of the stuff that they're making isn't generating money. So when they put money into a project, it's like
They wanted to have a built-in fan base. Yeah.
yeah. Well, in this Robin Hood show, I was just checking out the IMDb. It was delayed by a year because it was supposed to come out last year, and
Oh
now it's out
wow.
now. And so I think that says something because it's like, well, we need something to fill the time slot because they can't just pretend like it doesn't exist. Same thing with Disney. Disney is pretty much out of money now, and the reason why we know that is because there's all these lawsuits that try to go against Disney, but none of them do anything. And part of the reason why they don't do anything is because they usually buy them off. You just throw a bunch of money at them and tell them to go away, and it works. Thing is that they're not doing that now. So we're hearing about all these lawsuits happening right now. And you're wondering why. Why are lawsuits
Oh
going?
yeah.
through?
Why are they getting through the basic gauntlet that they would normally fail at?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
they would
now,
normally be stuck out of court, and they
yeah,
can't because they don't have the money.
Ah, interesting. Did not realize that.
yeah. So things are not going well for all the big studios. They have all these terrible movies. The good news is that there's going to be a bunch of low budget movies go in production, and they need to be good movies. So we may get some fucking fantastic stuff in the years to come. But we have to wait for that to happen. And we don't know how much this we have to go through.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. They're no longer bankable because of what they're doing with the race and gender swapping. Like, it should be obvious by now that audiences have rejected that concept, but they still keep doing it.
Yeah, you would think at a certain point it would be like, we're just losing money like every time we do this. Maybe it's time to like, take a break.
Yeah. Yeah, ignore all the fucking assholes who, again, are not nearly as prevalent as online social media would lead you to believe.
It's
Like, there's a vast, larger audience that isn't loud and obnoxious that would watch a traditional remake of Snow White.
which from what I've heard, Snow White was
That's not.
canceled.
That doesn't have a. Well, they keep pushing it back.
Well, yeah, but
I don't know if
usually,
they're ever going to actually bring it out.
historically speaking, when they push stuff
Yeah.
back, it usually means that it's canceled. Because it's like it'll come out maybe next year, and they give vague terms.
Yeah.
We don't really know. That's usually a sign it's not going to work. When the plus side might be
No,
is that they
the only chance it has is if they recast Zegler, and they're not going to do it. Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought. Sorry.
well, if they wait long enough, they will. And what I'm getting at here is that pretty soon, no one's going to care what Disney puts out. Like Disney just came out with an animated movie, like an original. It's called Wish. No one knows anything about it. No one's seeing it. It's a fucking flop. So it's entirely possible that they'll release this movie. Probably change the title because they're probably not going to call it Snow White. They'll probably call it The Winter Beauty or something. And then let's just do it that way. But they're probably going to refilm the whole movie, and they're probably going to have to do it like with a really low budget. So I don't know. They're probably going to hire all those dwarves that they didn't cast. They're probably going to get a new actress, and they say do the best you can. And I think Disney is also implementing AI technology because that's what they've been doing so far with all these Marvel shows. Because I remember when I heard that Yeah, Marvel doesn't even hire extras anymore. They just use AI to fill in the extras.
Wow.
So, I mean, yeah, a lot of people already get replaced. So, can't say I'm surprised.
Well, it's the
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
thing
I heard
about
there's a
that
site
is,
that literally just puts out pictures of all AI generated people's faces, images of people that
Oh,
don't
yeah.
actually exist, and a vast majority of them are fine. Some of them are going to be weird. Again, that's just the nature of the beast. But a vast majority of them are believable, normal looking people that are not real.
Well, yeah,
They do it with that, cats, dogs, all that kinds of shit.
sometimes you won't see things because they'll be on the screen for a fraction of a second. And even at that, sometimes when there's something odd, there's like a motion blur. So they can easily hide it, which is what they probably did with all these other shows. I know this new Loki show that's coming out, season 2 of Loki, it's going to be like 90% AI. It's just going to be a bunch of green screen and a bunch of AI. That's what they're doing. So that's interesting. So they're investing very little in CGI and just going with the cheap robot to do the job. Now, is it going to save the show? Probably not. The first Loki show was terrible. I mean, it's ball busting the show. I mean, Loki is forever getting his nuts, cracked in, and then everyone just keeps. If it's not his nuts, it's just constantly beating at his ego, episodes upon episodes, talking about how Loki's not this big, powerful guy. You're not as cool as you think you are. You're blah 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 blah. Just constantly busting his balls.
yeah,
Anyway,
that is true. I did watch the first season, and that's a pretty accurate fucking description right there.
yeah. I do not like the first season of Loki. I'm disappointed there's a second season. Yeah, just not the thing. And then they have like Lady Loki, which is like a big character in the comics, but they changed her entirely. Instead of having black hair, she has blonde. She's like, I'm fighting oppression. I did all this on my own. I didn't need training at all. And then Loki's constantly sucking up to her. Loki, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, I hate Loki. I hate it so much. I don't want to see this next season. I might see it out of curiosity, but that's not worth it. Speaking of not worth it, it's like Netflix and Disney Plus are abandoning their binge model, and they want to do like episode by episode because they think that they can retain viewership that way.
Oh, they wanted to lose business that much?
Well, see, their thinking is that if they start doing like an episode a week, people will keep coming back to see the show. Well, if the show's no good, then no, they're not going to come back.
Yeah, exactly. That was my immediate thought was, but nobody wants to watch what they're making. It has nothing to do with like how it's being released.
Not to mention, they just wait a month.
Yeah, before they'd have a bunch of people that would subscribe for like a month to watch whatever binge thing they put out, and then unsubscribe. So they're thinking that that's going to help make them have, make them keep
they'll have to
subscription.
subscribe for longer so that they won't lose as much money between. Oh, that's so sad.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah, and the thing is, people are just waiting until all the episodes are out and then subscribing for the month and then unsubscribing. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not working.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything they can do to make money at this point. I mean, I don't know. Disney is collapsing very hard right now, and I like to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's what happens when your business model is give the people what they actively don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Like your business model is like, hey, so everybody has said time and time again, and we've lost money time and time again. So just keep doing more of it. And you're just like, it's just baffling. It's like, why would you not figure out, like, how is it that hard to figure out that people are just like, I don't really fucking want to see Black Little Mermaid. Like, it's not even about racism. It's just like, because you're pandering and it's obvious and it's disrespectful to your audience.
Yeah, they've been doing it so long, even the normies have noticed what's going on and gotten tired of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even a case of, like, people being, like, mad about the race as much as just, like, look, we're not stupid. We see what you're doing to, like, get politic points. We get it. It's kind of
I'm gonna head out for a sec. I might be back.
Right on.
All right, man. You too. Yeah. Oh, okay. The Ziggler thing too. Like, I think they were hoping that she would like people would forget how much they hate her, like in the meantime, and release the movie later. But she doesn't stop. Like she's
Oh
still
yeah.
she like just within the last week. I don't know. I'm sure you don't know about this, although you might because it's gotten everywhere. But Taylor Swift is dating uh, Travis Kelsey, who's one of the he's the best player at his position in the NFL in football. But anyways, like the people are fucking freaking out that she's going to the games and shit. Like she's getting more airtime than the fucking players and shit. Her
Fair
in the
enough.
fucking press box or the owner's box. So, anyways,
Well, yeah, everybody wants to know who
Ziegler
Taylor
decides
Swift be
that she has to
fucking.
come
It's
out.
it's a weird fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah, and somebody made a joke about, no, I want to see a sex tape first, or something like that. And she's like, Ziegler decides that she's got a bitch about how they're fucking,
Oh, because
objectifying
one fucking asshole
Taylor
said something
Swift or
stupid.
whatever. Yeah, yeah. So she's just not going to stop. There's people are saying that she actually got fired from Snow White, which I don't see how. Again, it's pretty prevalent, but I'm like, I don't think they can. Like, I still think they're gonna fucking pander to the woke bullshit, and they're not gonna fire her because of the backlash from the few retards bitching about shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're
But yeah,
definitely
the other
not going
thing
to get rid
is,
of her. No, that'll never happen. Yeah, that's just
yeah,
weird.
the
Why
thing
would they
that
do that?
fucking bugs
Like,
me is
yeah.
like, people would be objectifying Travis Kelsey too in that scenario, right? Like if you're asking for a sex tape, it would be pretty equal between.
I mean, it is
like,
sort
you
of,
know what I
yeah.
mean? You're
It is.
objectifying both of them.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah, so like she's only bitching about the Taylor Swift being objectified or whatever. It's fucking
Well,
stupid
you know,
anyway.
it's
But
one of those things.
again,
It's like,
if you grant that theory temporarily, yeah, the same would apply to Kelsey. So why are you not
yeah,
mad about him being
yeah, exactly,
objectified? I mean, I
exactly.
know the answer.
Well, but the thing is, it's the same thing. Is it's like the what do you call it when they my brain is functioning? I swear. When the teachers fuck the
Yeah.
kids. If it's a female teacher
Oh yeah,
banging a
yeah.
male student, everybody's like, he's fucking look. He wanted it, Even though
Yeah,
that's not
he's
always
doing
the
great.
case, Most of the time, they end up going on to regret a lot that they got taken advantage of that way,
Yeah, it turns out it fucks the dudes up a lot more than people realize.
Yeah, yeah. It can really fuck with some dudes'
Yeah.
heads, and that's there's a reason it's illegal to have a grown up having sex with a child. Like there's a reason. It's because it's really fucked up. It screws them up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter
Yeah,
if
it's
it's
predatory.
a boy or a girl. It's not okay. But there's this
Yeah.
weird group
Yeah.
of people that are always going to be there to be like, well, he's a boy, so that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gross.
Yeah, the double standard there is pretty fucked up, man.
So
Like, he's a boy. He got laid really early. He's fine. He's fine.
oh yeah, and a lot of times these guys end up married to these women, and then they get taken advantage of further on down and down and down. Or like, it'll be a 16-year-old that had no idea what was going on, and now he has to pay child support for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And
Have you seen That's My Boy? The movie That's My Boy? With Sandler and Andy Samberg and others. Well, it's basically a story about a kid
I don't
that
think
becomes,
so. I don't think I
became
have.
famous. Yeah, basically, Adam Sandler's character is basically as a kid he fucked his, in sixth grade he fucked his sixth grade teacher or whatever, and yeah, it's basically that story. So it's
and
pretty
it
fucking
actually
funny.
goes into like that. It's like it kind of fucks him up a little bit.
Yeah,
he's not.
Yeah, he's a fucking complete fucking mess, dude. He's just a train wreck, dude.
Nice. I'm glad that they have that level of
Yeah.
honesty in that, because a lot of the time it's just like, You know, they like to make it seem like it's totally like, nah, not a big deal. No, not a big deal. It's all right. You know, sometimes teachers fuck male students, and isn't he lucky?
Yeah, this is a minor thing, but I find it really funny, like because she's in prison the whole fucking time for doing it, right?
Which is
Played by,
exactly where she fucking belongs, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that is kind of cool. But anyways, the funny thing to me, again, a minor point, but I don't know why it cracks me up, but he never, even as an adult, he still refers to her as Mrs. Johnson or whatever the fuck her name was.
As the teacher? Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
it's a minor thing, but it's really fucking funny.
Hey, you know, I am one of those people that I genuinely enjoy and have enjoyed a lot of Adam Sandler's work.
Yeah, he's actually a really good actor beyond the comedic shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you've seen Punch Drunk Love or
his comedy, like, yeah, I may have grown out of enjoying it as much as I used to, but, like, dick and fart jokes are always going to be funny. Come on. You know? Like,
I still love Billy Madison, dude.
Yeah, exactly. There's always going to be some fun to be had with that. And...
Yeah. Even though it's, very juvenile, very silly, but it's still fucking funny.
Yeah, God, I miss some of those.
But anyways, if you've watched, Punch Drunk Love, he's.
I loved Punch Drunk Love. Punch Drunk Love was one of my. I really enjoyed that. Like, there was so much build up to that fucking scene with the crowbar that when it finally hit, you were just like, yeah, he's finally fucking standing up for himself. Yeah, he starts fucking people up with the crowbar, and you're like, God damn right. Because it just takes so long to get to that part, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing, dude, is, and Spanglish is another one that's a really good movie with him in it. That's, again, not a comedy. It's a straight up drama or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, there's a, what do you call it? Mark Kermode, he's like a film, critic or whatever. And he basically like had to beg people to come watch it because they're like, no, it's Adam Sandler. I'm not watching a fucking Adam Sandler movie. But he's like, no, I hate his movies too. But dude, this is actually really good. So nice. Like finally people were like, oh yeah, I guess it wasn't. It actually was pretty good. He's actually a good actor.
Well, it's like, did you ever watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites, dude.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, great actor, and great comedic actor. You know, I would wager there's a lot of people that have no idea that he was in Kick-Ass 2.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, that character he played was so well played that a lot of people were just like, what do you mean Jim Carrey was in that movie? And you pointed out to them, and they're like, oh, wait, fucking what? You know, and it blows their mind.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of people like that turn out to be really fucking good actors.
Yeah, there's plenty that are awful, but comics that are really fucking funny that are terrible actors. But there's plenty that quite the opposite. Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler. Some of them just had no interest in it. Like Norm Macdonald probably could have done great acting shit, but.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the few films he was in, he was very fun to watch, whether it was comedic or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like there was anything lacking there.
Yeah, they just didn't have him do any serious fucking heavy acting shit, because, again, he probably could have been great at it, but he didn't have any interest in it.
The process involved in getting Norm Macdonald to like just be straight with you for a minute.
Yeah,
probably a really long one. I don't know how that would work out. Like,
that's a good point.
I imagine it'd be very difficult and frustrating for the director.
Yeah, even when it was his friends and shit. Like, even when Sandler's making the movie, he's like, fuck you, I'm still gonna fuck with you because that's funnier than playing the straight.
Exactly.
Oh shit, they're moving on. Well,
Of course,
get back
then
here.
again, like fucking Jim Carrey did, what was it, Man on the Moon?
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, the Andy Kaufman.
And he
Oh,
did Andy
Jesus.
Kaufman really fucking well because he apparently mentally became Andy Kaufman in a really weird, sick, fucked up way. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's not the first person to do the method acting thing,
Oh,
but yeah,
yeah.
he definitely did the method
I
acting.
gotta say he probably did it with more style than the fucking lead singer, the guy from fucking that played the Joker.
Mhm.
Like the Joker guy, he
Oh,
was
Leto, Jared Leto.
just Jared Leto. He
Yeah.
was just like a fucking joke. Like it wasn't even
Yeah,
like
he was
that
doing
good. It was
weird
just
shit,
like,
but
nah, you
yeah.
fucking, oh, you're so funny. You gave me fucking case of bullets. 'Cause I
Right.
played Deadeye in the game in the fucking movie. All right.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, you
Will
sent
Smith
me a dead
responds,
rat.
yeah, I
That's
fucking
hilarious.
play pretend. I'm not really the guy. I'm just pretending to be him. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's very, yeah. Yeah, he was trying too hard.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He was just trying too hard.
it was pretty sad. It was pretty sad.
Yeah, whatever Heath Ledger did, he nailed it. It's really
Yeah.
sad that he passed away from whatever. Yeah, although I don't
drug
think that was
use-
the Joker role that really fucked him
It
up.
wasn't whatever.
It was,
He passed away from overdosing on drugs.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, shortly after that, or maybe it was before, I don't know, but he played a character, like a drug addict character, in a small movie. I've seen it. It's a really good movie.
Oh, no.
actually.
Did
Like,
he
him and
fucking
his
really?
girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
think
awkward.
so. I think he literally was like, "All right, I got to know what this is like," and actually got addicted to fucking like opiates or whatever.
Oh,
I'm pretty
he
sure that
went
happened.
and-
And
That's
he
a
didn't
shame.
make
If
it
that's
back.
true, that's a real shame. Like, I just kind of
Yeah,
curious
I've
what it
never
would be
read
like to be
that
addicted.
anywhere.
All right, let me give it a try. All right, dude. No, that's
Like, yeah,
a bad fucking
yeah, it's a
plan.
sting. Yeah, I could have, any addict could have told him that's a horrible idea because you fucking have no idea if you're making it back. Yeah, especially again, dude.
It's not
for
called
anyone that's
addiction because
famous.
people have a easy time with it. You know, it's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna just choose to not be addicted once it's done. I mean, that's how it works, right? Oh yeah, totally.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's sad because you're so fucking good as the Joker. God damn, dude, that was.
I
Yeah.
would have
I don't know how
loved
you
to have
feel about
seen
it,
like
but
some
God
sort of
damn.
spin-off movie with the Joker as the main character played by Heath Ledger. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like
Yeah, you
where
think
it's
you do better
focused on
than,
him more, and then even though he was still the bad guy, you know, like
Right.
that would have been fucking.
Yeah. Do you
epic
think he would have been
because-
better than Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix, I don't feel was the Joker though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they
no,
called
it was
that
definitely
movie
like
Joker,
it's supposed to be, but it's not the same. Yeah, it's definitely not
But
the
I
same as the
felt like
Batman.
that was-
Joker and Batman.
I felt like that was a
Yeah.
movie where possibly it was introducing the guy that and this is the way it works in my head. They were introducing the guy that Heath Ledger's Joker based his psychosis around.
Oh,
Like here's
gotcha.
this guy
All right.
who did this shit way back in the day, and then along comes Heath Ledger and he's got whatever fucked up shit is wrong in his head, and he latches onto this guy and he's like, that's me. You know, like I just see that
Interesting.
more as a more viable way to include that into the storyline of the whole general thing. But it's I don't know. I'm sure that's not official. So
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
asking
No, I
me.
hear you.
They're not asking me.
No, like I said, I was completely speculating about the Heath Ledger thing. The other movie I was talking about. So yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on the wild speculation, dude.
Oh yeah, and then
They're not that wild. But
it's like the Ghostbusters missed that opportunity where they could have easily made a new Ghostbusting team that was all like girls. That would have been easy to do without offending anyone. You know what I mean? It's like all you had to do was pay the respects to the movies
about
that
it.
had come before. And be like, this is the daughter, the daughter of Egon or something, or the daughter of, maybe say the rest of them didn't have any kids, or maybe it's the daughter of the black guy and the daughter of Venkman. You know, because only Bill Murray's
Yeah.
character,
Yeah.
the other guy's character would have had kids. The other two were too fucking whacked out in their heads. So, you know, like, their two daughters, like, meet up and they're like, we're inheriting this business that's falling apart and going to hell. And then they got to figure out how to, like, you know, bring the business back. And, you know, mysteriously this big problem occurs that they have to figure out with ghosts again or something. It would have been a lot of fun. I think everybody would have enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah, didn't they essentially just do a shot-for-shot remake with the girl one? Almost shot for shot?
No, it was nothing like the original. It was awful.
Oh, okay.
It was like, I don't know who they thought wanted to watch it. But I can't imagine why
really
anyone would have been like, oh yeah, that's a great film.
Like, they had the Leslie Jones character, and then they just had her kept screaming, "Oh hell no," over and over again.
Here's how
Like, I
bad
felt like
that
that's
film
super
was.
stereotypical.
You've only seen the previews, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of the characters
definitely
in that
haven't seen
movie,
it.
the Leslie Jones character was the funniest.
Really?
I only laughed at some of the jokes she made. And not because they were good jokes, but because I was like, wow, I feel really uncomfortable, and I'm pretty sure that's extremely racist.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. They're like, oh yeah, I don't know if we're going to cast a black chick, and then we're going to have her do a incredibly fucking stereotypical shit.
Yeah, it was fucking uncomfortable, man.
Yeah. It's fucking... Yeah, I shouldn't laugh, I guess, but... No, that's pretty funny, actually.
No, it
I'm gonna laugh at that.
Laugh. Don't feel bad about laughing about that. It was one of those things where it was just like, what the fucking holy hell?
Kind of like how bad the Velma thing was. Like, you're almost shocked.
Exactly. Like, shocking humor. But just like Leslie was just honestly the best at, oh, what do you want to call it? I'm trying to think of how you would refer to it as, like, delivering lines in a way that didn't make you feel awkward or uncomfortable, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but like,
right. Because it was so stereotypical.
Yeah, because it was so, a lot of it was really racist shit, and you're like, wow, that seems kind of blatant.
Can't believe it. Yeah, can't believe that.
Yeah. Can't believe nobody saw that and went, what? No. Just like, no, you can't make that. What are you doing? You know, like, you're out of your mind, man. That's totally inappropriate. But nah, everybody was super into it, apparently. Super easy. But no, genuinely, it was a shame that they didn't have a better team of writers on that, because that's one of those things. It's like, it's just always going to make people mad now. No one's ever going to be happy about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There are women in the fucking movie that are capable of being funny, dude. Who's the bitches from Saturday Night Live?
Oh, there's plenty of women in Hollywood just in general that are hilarious.
No, I know. I'm talking about in Ghostbusters, though.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig is fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, that was the part that was weird about Ghostbusters. She wasn't funny through the whole film. It was just like awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah, even Kate McKinnon.
I don't really like this character, and I don't really like her acting in this.
Yeah, even Kate McKinnon's kind of funny.
At one point, they kill Bill Murray, and it's just like glossed over like it's no big deal. Because Bill Murray's in it, but he's not playing a Ghostbuster. He's just playing like a well-known
random guy,
TV personality who's an authority on ghosts and stuff. And he shows up, and in order to convince him that ghosts are indeed real, she fucking lets a ghost out that ends up like, what do you call it? Ends up when it controls your body. Possessing him, yeah, like possessing him, and then just like fucking murders him. And the whole time, everybody's just like, oh, whatever. And then they just move on, and you're like, oh, hold on a second. What?
Did he play Venkman?
No, he wasn't
So he
playing
didn't
Venkman.
even play Venkman then.
No, he wasn't Venkman. He was just playing some guy who was like an authority on ghosts or something who was really famous. Like a professor or a TV personality or something. No, I know. It doesn't make any sense. Because they weren't. There was the original Ghostbusters had nothing to do with that. So they literally had nothing whatsoever to do with the original Ghostbusters.
So they were just doing cameos for.
Yeah, he just did. No, not even all of them. Just like him. I don't remember if anybody else was in the movie from Ghostbusters. Maybe they were.
I thought Aykroyd had a small Aykroyd and.
Oh yeah, I think he was like a bookstore owner or something that they got a book from or something. But overall, they were kind of they were kind of shitty to the OG crew, and it was just like, why? What the fuck? These are these characters that everybody like loves and appreciates and wants to see more of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just dumb. And it was the same level of writing as like the newest Transformers one, the Beast Wars, where like the writing was just kind of weird and like they just didn't really even try. Because like, you know, like somebody's ruining your only way back to your home planet, and all you do is just say, please don't. And they go, oh, okay. And that's it. And then they're done and they moved on. And you're just like, that was kind of a big fucking deal though, yo. Like, this guy could have saved his own planet by destroying that thing. And he didn't. And you're just like, oh, okay, no big deal. Everybody's cool. No worries.
Well, because you got to move the plot along.
Yeah, it was real weird. It made no sense, and it was very, very awkward.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen the pitch meeting for Beast Wars. Was it Beast Wars? Yeah, right?
Beast Wars, I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right.
There's got to be a pitch meeting for that.
Oh, probably. I'd be surprised if there wasn't, honestly. That would be a tough one to pass up on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah. I like that dude.
He is funny, but like it's hard to watch a lot of that at a time because it gets really repetitive. It's like certain lines are always used barely an inconvenience.
Like the setups are all different. Yeah. Well, that's when he insists on putting in every one. Like he's talking about one time, he's like, "Oh, I realized I hadn't done that, so I had to go back and put it in."
Oh,
Rise of the Beast. Is that the one?
That makes sense.
Is Rise of the Beast?
Rise of the Beasts. Yep.
Is that the name of the latest one?
Yep.
Yeah, there is one. Yeah,
it's not an animated film.
Yeah, there is one. I just hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's pretty wacky.
Yeah, live action. All right, put that on the watch later list. Then I never.
It's like I gotta rewatch the Barbie movie still. Oh, I love this fucking. Okay, so I sent a clip of the female Ben Shapiro. Brett Cooper, I think it is. Yeah, Brett Cooper. There was somebody who was talking about living in San Francisco, and they're like, I won't even go out at night. Like, I was at the grocery store the other day, and I went to get my groceries, and some guy just walked up and spit in my face, and everybody just ignored it, and it was just like the nightmare fucking escape that San Francisco has become. It's just so fucked up. It's just like, goddamn, guys.
Yeah. Dude, it really is sad because, again, everyone that I know that had been to San Francisco back in the day, like 20, 30 years ago, whatever,
absolutely loved it. Yeah, I'm sure. It was really nice. I used to go down with like so what was it When I was in high school, every once in a while, if I was lucky, my mom would let me and my friends ride with her when she would. Oh no, before high school, in junior high, and it was perfectly safe. We would go down with my mom when she drove to work, and we'd hang out in San Francisco for the day. You know, she'd give us each like 40 bucks or something, or we'd each have like some money with us for like lunch and stuff, and then it would just be like, get yourself some lunch and
wander
go explore
around
the city. There's always interesting shows going on in the Fisherman's Wharf and other areas, depending on where you're at. But there's just a lot of fun stuff to do. You know, you go around and check out stuff that's perfectly safe, walk up and down whatever, whatever street you want. It was never a big deal.
Well, there's probably still stuff that could be technically labeled interesting shows going on down there. Probably not for the kids, though.
Yeah, it's not the same thing anymore. That's for sure. But yeah, it's just sad how like that sort of fell apart, and it's all preventable. That's the really, really sad part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it could still be corrected too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you could easily stop a lot of the problems having to do with inflation right now by just shutting down the border. Like deport all the people that are here illegally. Shut the border down. That's really all you need to do. Nothing particularly complicated about it.
It's becoming a losing issue for the Democrats too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Well,
because people recognize that like that's their jobs going out the door, you know?
Yeah, and the fact that there's so many homeless here that are getting
and not putting people in jail and letting everybody just do whatever kind of drugs they want in the street and fucking assault people and go free, you know? Like just all the terrible policies are finally at a point where people
the dude
are like,
that
no more.
That dude that got arrested like 100 times for shoplifting.
Yeah, or the fact that like
no bail.
Literally almost all the all the fucking what do you call it?
Yes. What do you call all of the
all the shoplifting, like the vast majority of it was done by like 15 people. So out of a town of like, I forget what San Francisco's population. Let me take a quick gander on the interwebs here.
Gotta be at least close to 1 million, yeah.
I'm looking it up. Oh, it was 815,000 in 2021.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it had to be close to 1 million.
Yeah, so 815,000 people. 15 are fucking it up for everybody, and you can't put them in jail? And just leave them there for a while? Fucking let everybody get on with their fucking day?
Yeah, like the guy I mentioned that has been arrested like 100 times, they finally put him in jail. But like, I feel like it shouldn't even hit double digits, much less triple digits, before you got to decide that the person's a problem.
Yeah.
And fucking put him away.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the really sad part. It's just so sad that like all these people have to suffer.
I don't agree with I don't really necessarily agree with the no bail thing, but I kind of get it. But I feel like at a certain point, like if somebody is doing it, especially the assault, like there's one guy that had like over 50 assault charges. And they're still letting him out without bail. Like, I feel like if you hit, like, I don't know, the third time, somebody does some shit like that, and they're like, okay, now bail's in effect. You've assaulted people 3 times in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're not going to let you out anymore until these 3 cases are settled. So,
Yep.
I mean, again, I don't completely object to it. I don't agree, but I don't completely object to the no bail thing. But when somebody is obviously taking advantage of that and doing it dozens of times or hundreds of fucking times, at that point you've got to fucking be like, okay, now your bail is fucking super high because you've got a shitload of charges.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's absurd, dude. It's just a complete lack of common sense, dude. Like,
Yep.
you must fucking know that people are going to take advantage of that. There are going to be plenty of people that benefit and be like, all right, I'm not going to keep doing that.
It's very
and that's
similar
great.
to we're going to put sex offenders who are biologically men and say that they're women into prisons with women, and then you're surprised that they're raping women.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where
Yeah,
it's like,
absurd.
well, I mean, what the fuck did you think was going to happen?
That was by far the most likely thing that was going to happen. If you had to fucking guess ahead of time, anybody with common sense would be like, he's going to be at least fucking the other women, or the women, and probably not consensually in all cases. Like, how is that not, you know, you got an entire prison of women and you put someone with a penis in there?
Oh, wow.
Criminal.
It's so bizarre
Criminal
that
with a
people
penis.
don't understand.
Yeah, again, I would have loved to fucking be there when they'd be like, all right, what exactly do you expect to happen? The most likely scenario, do you think he's going to behave? Not put his cock in all the pussy that's around him? You know, like, what scenario do you think is most likely to happen? Do you think he's going to behave and not force himself on the fucking women? You know? Like, yeah, it's just an absurd fucking denial of reality, dude.
Yeah, it's just
like, well,
makes
this
no
is the way.
sense.
Again, it's the complete lack of pragmatism or whatever. You're like, well, this is how the way we want the world to be, so we're going to legislate it like that's how the world is, and it's just magically going to end up there.
Yes, there's a lot of we want it to be this way, so we're going to say it is. You know, it just make no sense. Yeah. That is a big part of the problem that goes on.
Our legislation is going to alter reality. People are retarded. Bottom line. People fucking suck.
Yep.
But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, going back to that. Yeah, watch the Disbrew video. I think you'll like that guy. He's just such a smartass, dude. He's really fucking funny. I don't want to build him up too much, but check out the Robin Hood one because it really points out how fucking stupid that director guy is, especially. And the whole show just sucks.
Yeah.
You probably don't give a shit about Wheel of Time.
Not really interested in watching the Robin Hood one, honestly. That just sounds so awful that it's like, is it even off so awful it's funny, or is it just so awful that it's just you feel dirty for watching it? You know, like.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the point where I haven't watched any of season 2 of Wheel of Time, and that's again I read all the books. I really like the fucking universe. I love the characters. I'm tapped out after the first season, and now all I do is watch the reviews of it.
Yeah.
Instead of actually watching the show. Because again, well, he does a really good job because he's a fan of the shit and he's familiar with what happens in the books. And again, it's like early on, he's like, you understand what you're doing here is going to ruin a bunch of shit down the line. By you making this change, it might not seem like a big deal, but you're fucking up the entire universe to follow. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, or Ahsoka, he does much of Ahsoka reviews if you're interested in that, but that's another fucking bullshit train wreck. I was watching one because they're like, "Oh, okay, so we can take off, but we're not going to do that." And then like, "Oh, we got to do this thing." And like, "Oh yeah, no, we can do that from orbit." And then it's a lot easier to fuck them up, once we're up in orbit. But no, we're going to stay here on the ground, on the planet, against all common sense. And oh look, they attacked and they got in. Okay. They couldn't have done that if we were up in, up in orbit like we could have been fucking a day and a half ago. So yeah, a lot of really clever writing going on there.
It is obnoxious.
So yeah, way more entertaining to watch the people just trash it.
Oh, here was interesting. So you're talking about clever writing. That just reminded me of a part of the Nicolas Cage movie, The Retirement Plan. What's his?
Right.
I'm trying to think of the guys. He played the devil, not the devil, but the devil boy in. Oh, this is gonna blow my. I can't. Hold on a second. This is, for some reason, I can't think of the guy's name.
Ron Perlman?
No, he was. You know the Hellboy. He was the guy that played Hellboy.
Ron Perlman?
Yes, Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman was one of the bad guys.
I said Ron Perlman like 10 seconds ago, and you said no.
You know what? I maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know, but I was too busy looking it up. So yeah, Ron Perlman kidnaps the little girl in the movie, right? And he's holding her as like a hostage, and so they're talking and they're bonding over, like, they both like to read and they're really into Shakespeare, and he starts talking about how she's like Iago in the book she's in because she's reading Othello right now, and all this other stuff that's going on, and they get this crazy cool bond. And then at one point the little girl just runs away from him, goes back to her mom, and her mom shoots him in the chest with a spear gun, and nothing ever comes of any of that fucking part of the movie.
Wow.
The bond, literally nothing happens. He just Iago, and then dies and falls in the fucking water, and you're like, you fucking what? You set this, you fucking wrote this dude.
Why?
So that it seemed like what was going to happen. It really seemed like he was going to switch sides, and the little girl was going to have charmed him into being like a good guy now, and he was going to let her go or keep her safe and protect her from them, the other people, and help her like survive the stuff that's going on. Like, it was definitely one of those moments that they built into the movie, and it would have been a pretty cool one, because here you have like this,
that would have been way better.
It would have been much more dramatic and much more entertaining to watch. Suddenly they like bond over Shakespeare, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to protect this girl from these bad people that I work for, and I'm going to make sure that she survives," and goes on to read more Shakespeare because I love Shakespeare so much and I want her to love it, and blah blah blah. And then fucking you just fucking shoot him with a spear gun. The mom's like, "Stay away from my kid, you creeps."
Yeah. Like, well, in the writer's defense, he's a white man, so I mean, come on.
It was just so fucking dumb. It was like you just wasted all this fucking time for zero payout. Like, why even put those fucking scenes in the movie? You could have shaved 10 minutes off of the movie, and I'd have been happy just to not fucking see that. Thanks.
Yeah. Or maybe it's because again, these young fucking screenwriters or whatever writers, they seem very, very obsessed with subverting expectations.
Yes.
So it could have been a case of, we're going to build a fucking redemption arc. Then instead of that, because that's what you're expecting, we're going to just have him get shot in the chest with a fucking harpoon instead. Yeah, it's really annoying, dude. Like, that shit can work. It fucking can work great. But,
if it was a play back and forth
And they
between
just do it.
the main character
Just do
and
it,
that
though.
guy. Like, she wasn't really the main character of the film. The main character was essentially Nicolas
Right.
Cage. Because he's the one that goes and does all the stuff, and he kills the bad guy, and he saves the day. So he's the main character. Don't care what the writer says. That's not what that matters. What matters is he did all the main character stuff.
Yeah.
So if it had been him having this conversation in a circumstance where he could not, for some reason, attack and defend his family, and then, you know, he'd done that as a way to distract the guy, and he created this fake bond, and then he went back on it to kill the guy.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot more interesting, and it would have at least had some sort of like point to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't know if
No,
that
that's
makes
what
sense.
I'm saying. They don't really care if it makes narrative sense or whatever. Because again, even subverting expectations can make narrative sense if you bother to fucking make it make sense, you know? But they're like, nope, let's just do this because nobody's going to be expecting that after what we just did with this whole Shakespeare bullshit. Sucks. Yeah, it's literally like, yep, that's the only thing I took away from film school is you have to understand what expectations you've established and then subvert them. And they didn't bother catching, like, you got to make it make sense. You know, you can't just have some weird shit happen because you want weird shit to happen and it doesn't fucking make sense in the movie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh shit, did I cut out?
Nope,
Am I
but
here?
my whole fucking computer's frozen.
All right. You're still coming through here.
The only thing I can do is talk, though. I can't look anything up. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
all right, I'll double check on YouTube, make sure you're coming through.
I think
Did you check and make sure?
I fucking can't do anything except look at this screen, so.
Oh. Come on. All right, I think I'm back. Am I back?
You're still here, yeah.
What the fuck? All right, my headset disconnected. It said it was reconnected, but it does not appear as though it was.
I'm just concerned I may have to like shut everything down and restart.
Although it's not reconnecting, dude. God damn it. What the fuck? Alright, I don't know if it kicked me off or what, but I gotta check my Bluetooth shit here.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I don't know. I can hear you, but it's coming through the phone. Okay, now I have to manually go in. Like it said it was connected, but it wasn't. Hopefully, okay, I'm still showing on here. I'm hoping you're still hearing me.
Yeah, I'm still hearing you. I just can't do anything.
What the? All right, I'm gonna disconnect and come back on because something's fucked up here. Give me a second.
I'm gonna restart my computer. Okay, never mind. Well, that's a thing that's happening. Yo, I think I'm just gonna have to restart my computer, man.
All right, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to restart and then hope it like can restart everything. So.
Yeah.
I'll be back
so you're gonna be off for a little bit.
Yeah,
oh wait, no, that's gonna cut everything off, right?
That's what I'm saying. But I can't not be able to use my computer. Like that's I mean.
Yeah. All right.